Hi Flosstube, this is Amanda from Pennington Terrace. Today is, I believe, the 5th of April, and my last two Flosstube videos were basically just going through what projects I have kitted up and ready to go, and going through some of my old kits that I have here. But I haven't given you an update of all the projects I've been working on, so I thought I would do a quick go through my whips today. It's like a mini whip parade. While we're all stuck at home. The more Flosstube the better, I think. I'm filming this from the very sunny Brisbane, Queensland. We actually found a beautiful green tree frog in our house today and we released him. I might add a photo of him on the end of this video. But apart from that, we're all doing really okay here, plugging away like everybody else. So today I wanted to show you Belle. I think it was formerly Beauty and the Beast by DonaStitch. She's a biggie. This is where I'm up to with this project. I want to come around, I'll bring it in a little bit closer, so see the Beast's pants. In the project it's charted as the same light blue as this one here. And I think I'm going to change it to a grey or a charcoal. But yeah, that's how far I've got these. I just need to fill in these final 3 pages down here of the 12. And that's Belle by DonaStitch. I'm doing this on a 32 count white Josephine with all of the DMC. It is huge blocks of colour. So very, very good for trained stitching when I'm commuting into the city. My next piece is Secret Summer Garden Labyrinth by Carolyn Designs. I'm not getting it all in there. Yeah, it is, what am I on? 32 count white Belfast linen using all DMC. I am doing this one on the train as well. Let me go in and get you some more detail. Little bees. A needle bug got me onto Carolyn Designs from the UK. And I am stitching this for my mum. And this is the bottom right corner and it will be mimicked all the way around. Okay, that's Carolyn Manning. Now my HAED. This is Alexandra's Flight of Wonders by Josephine, and I'm pretty excited because I've made it from corner to corner. So I'll pan across for you. So this is 4.5 pages wide. So it's a mini, it's not a full HAED. I'm doing it on antique white 18 count Ada 2/1. So I get this out pretty frequently. So that's my HAED. My Luca S strawberries. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I actually turned my fabric the wrong way. So I won't get the edge of my chart in this side and I won't get the edge of my chart in this side. So I've had to cut it off 2 strawberries on each end and a little snail on this side. I might put him in down here somewhere. But I love it anyway, so I'm a bit devastated that I put my fabric into my Q-snap and then before I put in my first stitch, I turned it the wrong way. It was a simple, silly mistake, which now I'm really paranoid. I triple check that my fabric is in the right way. This is 32 count white Belfast. I swapped out the kit Ada in the Luca S kit. I think it comes with anchor threads and I really enjoy the anchor threads. A lot of detail in this one. I'm doing this as a sal with Gail Phillips, Ms. Stitch on Instagram, and Blue Mountain Stitcher, Helen on Instagram. I don't think Gail is enjoying it as much as I am. There's just so many colour changes. but I'm really, really loving it, and I'm going to give this to my auntie. After I give it to her, then I might let her know that I actually have a floss tube and she can come back and watch, but until then I will carry on. Really, really enjoying this. Autumn Cat Sampler, Kooler Design Studio. I am working over this side, coming up here and doing the sunflowers. Finish the maple leaf. I love the detail in this. I love the colours. I am an autumnal girl, which will be strange when you see a couple of my other projects, but this one, I feel like when I pick this one up, I work on it for ages and it just takes a long time. Just because of the detail and the backstitch. I am definitely backstitching this one as I go. I think if I saved the backstitch up on this one till the end, it would drive me crazy, crazy. So that is Autumn Cat Sampler, Kooler Design Studio, 18 count Ada, all the DMC, all the call for DMC. World Houses by Dear Rine. This is black 22 count hardanger, which I bought from Sew It All Australia. I'm using Silks for You. I haven't got the PR numbers for you for the colours, sorry, but I'm essentially using gold, teal and grape colour. It'll end up being a square with all international house motifs in yellow, blocked in teal, and there's 9 grape tile effects. I don't know if you can see that there. I really enjoy the pattern. The 22 count hardanger is quite thick and stiff. But apart from that, as long as it's in my Q-snap, I don't mind. I just whack it in the Lowry and crack on. So the other thing too is the black. This black picks up every tiny little piece of fluff that you can find in my house. I have been working on this one. Cupcake Stitch has been working on this week too. The Colour of Winter by the Blue Flower. So this has been my train piece the last couple of weeks, and I've come up across here, filled in this yellow flower across the top. I just started on the centerpiece here, which I will hopefully make 2020. I'm determined this one will be finished by then. This is on a 28 count Jobelan, I think eggshell blue or light blue. I bought it from a shop on eBay from the UK, I think. It's much cheaper for us in Australia to get things posted from the UK or Canada or Europe. Anything on eBay or Amazon from America is just crazy, crazy postage prices. So we often find we pay more in postage than we do for the products. So we'll always look somewhere else first. Except for 123 Stitch. 123 Stitch has great postage, so they must have a deal with US Postal Service or something. So this is The Colour of Winter by the Blue Flower. It's one of those pieces where you just focus on one motif at a time. This is a new start since the last time I did a floss tube. This is a Long Dog Stampler, Castles in the Air. I have to think twice about this one. So this is on XJU Design. The name is escaping me. Of course it is while I'm doing my floss tube. I'll put the details down below of what she's actually called this colour. It's my second piece of the same colour I've purchased off her. I'm doing this in 32 count Lugana, and I'm using a Silks for You, just a plain white silk. That's S for my hubby. I'll do A on the other side for me, and this will be our wedding sampler, so I will put the date or the year of when we were married, so I'll put 2011 down there. Really enjoy stitching on this piece. So this is basically creeping over the first page here and creeping over the bottom of the first page here. So I'm not sure what I'll do when I put it back in the Q-snap, if I'll creep across the top or if I'll keep going down, but I love it. Really, really like the way it's turning out. Probably one of my more traditional pieces that I have. Another 2 new starts. This is Belle Filipina. Hold on a second, I'll be back. Okay, this is Enchantress of the Abyss by Belle Filipina on Colour Cascades Ocean fabric, 32 count Lugana. So I've started her hair, and the video doesn't really show here, but I've used Krynic in her fin tail and more Krynic here in the hair. This is my Harry Potter grime guard from Teaser Handmaids and a Hermione needle minder as well. This is the first, I haven't done a beautiful lady, so I've never done a mirror, and I've never done a mermaid. So this was my pick of that bunch, and love it. Really, really love stitching it. I'm at a tricky part of the paper pattern where I'm trying to work over a couple of pages, so I'm flicking back and forth. But apart from that, I really don't mind. I started a sale, hashtag Alice is back, and I started this weekend. Ori TM's Alice. This is going to be the bottom of the Red Queen's dress. This will be the start of the rose garden here. So very, very, very small start. This is Jay's X-Stitch linen. It's a very beautiful, soft, pale pink called Spun Sugar. And token Alice needle minder. So that's pretty much my WIP parade of what I've been working on. I wanted to show a finish, so Taryn, if you're watching, this is a gift for you. So if you don't want to know what it is, flick off now. And if you don't mind seeing it before you get it, I'm going to pop it in the mail for you. But I finished this. This is Bunny by La Selva. He has a little shoulder, but I took it away because I thought the little head was fine. This is another Jay's X-Stitch fabric. I think I bought it in one of her cut-offs. So I got a couple of bags of cut-off fabric and I love it. I think it's a tea-dyed one. I definitely want to buy some more. And I made it into a pillow. I've used ground walnut shells. And I've just used some old Spotlight fabric on the back. Stuffed it in there. I have I've hand stitched it here, and I'm not happy with my hand stitching that shows, but you can't tell when it sits there wherever you put him. But Taryn rescues rabbits. She has a few at the moment, which is quite funny, and she's looking after a hare at the moment, trying to work out how to get him back into the wild. But I thought she would appreciate this anyway. But that's pretty much my WIP parade. If you hold on for a second, I might go and have a look at what I've got for haul to show you. Okay, just a little bit of my haul. I recently purchased this. Guinevere by Namui. It's a bit shiny on the cardboard, isn't it? I studied Thomas Mallory's Morte d'Arthur in university, so this really, really sang to me. But it's quite interesting. So in the golds and the yellows here, there's French specialty threads, and I managed to find them, in her hair and the crown too. I managed to find them on an Etsy store, a French Etsy store, so they're on the way to me, so I'll see what they look like. There's also tiny little beading and beads in here, 1.5 mil beads, 2 mil beads with the description of the colour. And I've basically been on the hunt to try and find anything that will work that matches the description. So I found a few Mill Hills and a few non-Mill Hills, so we'll see what they look like when they come in. And I'm doing this on the call for Vintage Country Mocha, which I've never used before. I bought this from Journey of a Stitcher in Melbourne. Alexandra Adelaide. Glenancade. I purchased this from Colour Cascades from Tammy when she had a sale. I don't stitch many Christmas things, so this is about as Christmassy as I will get, but I really like him. During that same sale, I purchased fabric, so the Oceans fabric, which you saw my mermaid was on. I also bought this linen, which is conveniently tangled. Underground King, a rich purple. Sorcerer. It's a really dark, deep navy. And Yellow Moon. It's probably a little bit more orange in real life. And I've been playing with Fabric Viewer to see what I can do with this one, but it's more orange in real life. I'm not sure if the camera's doing it justice. And then my favorite, I've been ordering off XJU. I love her fabric. So this is a 32 count Belfast in teal green. It's like a prim teal, I'd call it. Sorry, did it give you long enough to have a look? Little Dove. It's a nice grey. I've used it with my Moby Dick project, which I recently sent to my father. What does she call this one? Broomstick. It's getting a little bit washed out. It's a brown, a nice faded vintage brown. Dark Mocha. It's a chocolate brown. I've got a few Russian designs in mind. This one. Kiwi green. And Orange Kiss. It's all linens. Beautiful. Smell amazing. Smell amazing after you iron them as well. But that's a little look into some of my fabric. There, some of my hand-dyed fabric stash for you to see. And a few more projects that I've purchased. Hope everyone's doing well. I've been watching a lot of Flosstube like everybody else. And stitching away. See you at my next Flosstube, guys.